What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Blockhash podcast channel. Today we're going to be talking about XRP, Ripple, and doing a chart analysis here in 2024. We have not done one yet. Been waiting the last couple months, and I think now is a perfect time now that we have XRP actually moving along with the entire altcoin market following Bitcoin into another bull run. So we're going to dive into this and take a look at where XRP's potential is, maybe some price predictions, and realistically where it should be able to get to in 2024. Things to note: one, XRP is wrapping up a court case with the SEC still. They won it last July, essentially, with XRP sales to retail not being considered a security. That was a really big, important moment for the industry in defining whether or not cryptocurrencies are considered securities or not within a certain parameter. So now that we have that clarity, now that we've got the Bitcoin ETFs out, now that they're starting to talk about Ethereum and XRP ETFs, a lot of things are starting to turn a corner. So the key here is to look at where the money's coming from, what's the trend, and when are we likely to see an actual breakout for XRP? All right. So if we go to the chart, we hit our low with XRP back in June of 2022. All right. So we're coming full circle here, getting to the 2-year mark since we hit that bottom low. And since then, XRP has actually been pretty strong. There's this ongoing trend line where it has, kind of had some pops upward and pullbacks downward, but it's maintained a gradual move to the upside, which is fantastic to see. If we're going to look at the RSI real quick let's back out to the weekly here, and then we'll shift inwards as we go. So looking at the weekly, tighten this up a little bit. Same thing you saw on the daily chart, moving in the right direction. We got resistance areas coming in here, I'd say around we're going to draw two. We're going to say anywhere between 66 cents and what looks to be, I'm just kind of throwing these out here arbitrarily. I'm not going to be super accurate. There's no point in doing that, but it looks like we have resistance around 66, 67, resistance around 75, and that is where we're running into a little bit of a ceiling. From a floor standpoint, we have exactly what we want to see and a continuation to the upside that has yet to waver. This line is actually held from 0.1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times in almost 2 years, which is really good. It's been really tight, as we stay below these ceilings, and this ascending trend line is getting closer and closer. We're going to have to make a decision where we go sometime by this time next year. But I think we're very close to alt season given where Bitcoin is at. So in order to get up to around the 75-cent area, it's not something that's impossible. We just have to break through it. So we're looking at a potential, price-wise, price range from today's price, let's say around 57 cents. To get up to 75, we're looking for about a 31% move. All right. To decisively break out, we're going to need to see at least 61, 67%. So volume is going to be key here to get to these levels. Now, looking at it, XRP historically, we have gotten as high as almost $2, twice getting pretty close to the $1.50 mark or beyond it, and a couple times around $1.30. We've spent some time hovering around $1, so there's plenty of legroom to go. And looking at the positive trajectory for XRP, There's a lot to be excited about. So let's zoom in on the daily and see how price action is taking place. We've had a lot of money start to shift into Bitcoin because of the ETFs finally, and institutional money has been flooding. That has been propping up the altcoin market as of the last few days, especially the last couple weeks here in February, driving some momentum to the upside. Now, we haven't really seen a whole lot of retail action. You look back to middle of October through middle of November, that was retail action. Retail action was happening in mid-July when we had the court ruling between XRP, Ripple Labs, and the SEC. But we really haven't seen the retail side come in yet. The retail side has always been something that's really driven the market for XRP. So what I'm waiting for is to see that money shift in and really kick off this alt season that we're all hoping to see relatively soon. Looking at the RSI on the daily, we're starting to inch. We're definitely above the moving average, which is good. We're inching a little bit to overbought a tiny bit as we see some bigger bars come in, but I don't think it's really going to matter at this point. On the Bollinger Band, we're up and we're through, and we're looking to potentially form some higher highs and maybe start a nice trend to the upside. So in the short term, we could easily get back to this 66-cent level, which we were just at in December. We fell off mostly because of hype around the ETF. Now the ETF is settled in. I expect us to come back up through and probably go test that 75-cent area. So that's what my prediction. If I could draw a trend line, I'd say maybe we can hold this and build a funnel towards the upside. Maybe something that looks kind of like that. Maybe sometime by mid to late March, we can break through this funnel and have a more volatile reaction to the upside. It's another possibility. There's a lot of factors out there, so we just have to wait and see very patiently what's likely to happen. Now, backing out of the RSI, let's go take a look at the MACD just for comparison's sake. And I didn't do it right. Hold on. MACD. This one. Yeah or nah? Well, it's supposed to work. How many times have I done this? Technicals. Chris Moody. Any of them. We don't want to do that. Well, it's being a little slow today. I'm not sure why it's doing that. Bear with me here. I'm going to try and reload this. All right, got the MACD pulled up. We got this zoomed out to the weekly. Nope. So stupid. All right, got this zoomed out to the weekly. MACD is pulled up. As you can see, we've been below the moving average here, the red line. The blue line is below the red line on the MACD. So we've been turning a corner here on the weekly, but it looks like we're about to cross over, which is a good sign. And hopefully that is enough momentum to get us to come back up to the 66 level, because I want us to come up, break through it, and then go to test the 75-cent level. If we can break through 75, I think we can really justify a steeper run for XRP in the short term. So sometime by March, I'm expecting us, March is, here, but sometime by mid to late March, I'm expecting us to be able to get through 66 cents. Sooner rather than later would be great, but that's what I'm expecting. be able to get through 75 cents. We could chitter chatter in here a little bit before we break through it. But once we do, then it's likely we go and retest $1, because that's where we start to get to the next levels of resistance, which aren't even that strong. You can make an argument for maybe 80 cents, maybe 90 cents, 91 cents, but it's, all clear waters to go to $1 at that point. So I like where XRP is sitting, and the fact that it's been able to move itself up slowly and gain some steam and gain some value shows that the next time it does pop up, it's likely to go much higher than $1, much higher than $1.50, $2. So there's a real potential that I think in the long term, maybe by 2025, maybe the end of 2025, you could see XRP sitting around $2.50 to $5 potentially. Who knows? I definitely think it has that potential. And I definitely think it can do that. It's just going to be a matter of time for us to figure that out. Now, if we go back super historically, let's go to the monthly just so I can reach it. Actually, I might not be able to reach it on here. All right. Well, I'll pull it up on CoinMarketCap later on, but XRP has gone to some pretty high numbers in its early days. So if volume shifts in the right direction for XRP, we could see some very nice numbers. So things are looking pretty solid. Not worried about anything on that front. MACD looking pretty good on the daily as well. Staying above actually the red line and moving to the upside. I'd like to see that. So we'll see if we can hold this funnel. Let's see if we can pull up the moving averages real quick. Let's do this one. Okay. EMA. All right. So on the EMA, I'm going to close out the Bollinger Band to make this a little bit more clear. We're clearing through the 200, the 100, the 50 and the 20 sitting right above it. We actually held down here on the 20, which is a good sign in the short term. On the long term, we haven't stayed below it for very long. We've actually rode it up quite a bit. At the lowest point, again, back in 2022, this was as far away as it got from the 200-day moving average, 100-day moving average, then it came back across it by the time we got to March of last year. Now we're staying pretty solid above it a lot of the time, which I like to see. So XRP, very bullish on it. I like the direction. I think that has a lot of potential. So let's just keep an eye on that. And I'll give you an update on this again in about a month or so. I want to see what happens with the price action. Really want to see what happens in the news cycle. But it's looking really solid. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Leave your thoughts on XRP and Ripple, what you're seeing in the news. Share it with the Block Hash community. And if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to talk on it the next time that we cover this in about a month or so. So let me know what you're thinking and your thoughts, and let's chit chat about it. In the meantime, make sure to like, subscribe, and check us out. Check out the podcast on Spotify and Apple and Google and everywhere that you listen to podcasts. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. Really do appreciate you guys, and we'll have more stuff for you soon. New episodes coming out. So stay tuned. Talk to you soon. Cheers.